You see the timer?
Yep.
Hi, everybody. Paranormal Polly here. Tonight, we're going to be talking about my haunted house. Today, I have a special guest visitors, my sister Badara and her husband Zarel. They also are going to tell their experiences about what happened in that house. So it was in 1988 in South Dakota, in this farmhouse that we lived in, and there were several events that happened during that summer. My sister did experience most of the events, my sister and my mom. I didn't really have that many events that happened to me when it pertains to this story. But so my sister, she's going to go ahead and take over. Badara!
Hello. Welcome, everybody. So I guess I'll start out with the first instance. So me and my friend were out. We decided to come back to the farmhouse because my mom was in California. So we had the house to ourselves. And as teenagers, we had been out, experiencing the town. And we came back to the house, and our farmhouse did not have air conditioning. So it's really hot in the upstairs. So we'd always sleep downstairs. And then, so the only bedroom downstairs was my mom and dad's master bedroom. And then sometimes we'd sleep on the couch in the living room. So this particular night, we decided to take over my mom and dad's master bedroom. So we were laying in the bed.
What kind of bed was it?
Oh God, it was a water bed. And not one of the ones that were no wave. Okay, let's put it this. It was the one that sloshed. Okay. No. So we were just starting to go to sleep, and all of a sudden we see a shadow figure in the doorway. It was a very tall black figure. We're automatically assuming it was a man. It looked like a man. I thought maybe my brother had gotten up and was in the doorway, but it was way larger than the size of my brother. And then my brother was actually sleeping on the couch in the living room, which was right outside of this master bedroom. He was sound asleep when we got up later to look. But we were terrified. As soon as we saw it, we got this instant fear. We actually were like, is there a man there or whatever? We got so scared. We just stupid thinking that covering your head with the blankets is going to actually save you.
Well, we were a teenager at the time, so I mean.
Oh yeah, we were so scared, and so we just covered our heads with the blankets, both me and my friend. And I mean, we were 17. I mean, it's not like we were little kids, but for some reason that was our instinct, and so we just sat there forever listening. We were anticipating to hear somebody come in the room, or someone say something, or my brother say something like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Nothing.
How big was this shadow figure? Like, how tall was it?
It pretty much covered the doorway.
Okay.
It was very broad-shouldered, very tall, and it was solid black. I mean, that's where I knew it wasn't a human, because with the lighting in the room, if it was a human, you would have saw some kind of facial features. There were no facial features. It was just this black figure.
Dara, we have our first guest in our live feed. Hi, Sean. Go ahead.
Okay. And so so we saw the shadow figure. We hid under the blankets probably a good half hour. We were terrified, and we were whispering to each other like, "Hey, do you think it's gone? Do you hear anything?" Anything like that.
To go wake up our brother.
Oh, well, that was after we sat there for a little while. We didn't hear anything, and then we decided, okay, we're going to take the blankets down, and then we didn't see anything in the doorway. And that's when we walked into the living room, and I saw my brother was laying there on the couch. And so I woke him up. I'm like, "Steve, were you coming in the room?" And he was like, nope, it wasn't him. So that was terrifying. That was the first night. Well, my mom was still out of town. So the second night we went on town again. And so.
Not like we didn't party back then, right?
No, I was innocent church girl. Like my dad says he is.
We were Catholic. We're innocent Catholic girls. Yeah.
He's a choir boy. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, so we went out and actually saw this guy called Johnny Holmes. I don't know if anyone knows him from back in the day, but he used to play like cover band music.
Not the porn star.
Not the porn star, but he used his name. Anyway, so
Not
we
Johnny
went to see him. I know. I know. So we went out, and then we had friends drop us off back out at the farmhouse because my car was at my friend's house.
Nice and sire. Thank you.
So after they dropped us off, we decided to go to bed. We were afraid to go back into that bedroom.
Wait, is that
So
why you
we
didn't
just
have your car?
I didn't have my car. Okay.
Hmm.
So we're laying down on the couch, and because we didn't want to go back into that master bedroom, we were still scared from the night before. I was laying down on the couch. My friend decided she was going to sleep on the floor. All of a sudden we hear footsteps upstairs, like really loud boots on the wood floors, because the whole house had wood floors upstairs. And it was going between my brother's room and my sister room, Polly. So between Polly's room and his room, and their rooms were across from each other.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, that's what freaked us out, because it was pacing. It was like pacing. And we were like, somebody's in the house, and we already had known it was just me and her home because
How old was the house, by the way? It was old, right?
Oh yeah, that house is, I think, over 100 years old.
That's what I thought. Okay.
The original house burned to the ground, by the way. So that was the second house.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
We freaked out and we decided, okay, we're gonna leave. But I didn't have my car, so my brother had left his car there because he was at his girlfriend's house. And so I get in his car, started up, runs fine. I drove a stick shift. My car was a stick shift. His car was a stick shift. I back it up. I back it up to the point in the driveway where you can actually turn the car to leave, and the car stalls. It won't start again. It's like it was totally dead. It was the strangest thing. It wouldn't work. Then all of a sudden my dog, our family dog, came out to the car and would not leave the driver's side door. She sat there the whole night. We stayed in the car the whole night. And then the way
Where was our brother at?
With his girlfriend.
Where was I at?
With your friends. We were, we were taking full advantage of our parents being out of town.
Yes. We got the leash finally.
So me and my friend are, again, terrified. We live out in the middle of the boonies. Okay. There's no neighbor we could walk to and just be like, hey, there's somebody in our house. Nothing like that. We were in the boonies.
We were like, what, 20 minutes from town, right? And then like my grandparents lived up the hill, but that was like a quarter mile up the hill.
So. Yeah. So we were sitting in the car and we're like, okay, if someone's in the house, the only way they would get out of the house is by crossing the kitchen window. And we had left the light on. So if anyone would have walked past that window, we would have seen their shadow crossing the window. So the whole night, we stayed up the whole night, terrified, watching that window, waiting for somebody to come outside.
Yes, Clyde. Yes, Clyde. I'm doing a live stream.
No one. And so we didn't see anybody come outside. We decide to, so then daylight finally comes and we decide, okay, we're going to go in the house. We go into the kitchen and the whole kitchen has been thrashed. Trash all over the floor. Cabinets are open. Pans are on the floor. Groceries are all the stuff from the cabinets is on the floor.
Wait, somebody the whole time you were in the car, you didn't see anybody go past that window because that kitchen window was pretty big.
No, nobody. And that's what we were waiting for. We were waiting for somebody to come out to the car because I really at that point thought somebody was in the house.
Right, that was an intruder. Yeah.
Because we had that happen one time when we were really little. I don't know if you remember that. Someone actually walked into our house.
The drunk guy that used the phone. Yeah, I remember.
So anyways, that morning, and back in those days, you actually remembered people's phone numbers.
Actually, Badara, no, it's called a phone book. Remember? We had that big ass phone book.
Okay, well, anyways, I ended up calling Steve at his girlfriend's house, our brother, and saying, hey, you need to get here. Somebody's in the house. And so I called him that morning He came rushing home. We went back outside. We got back in the car and locked the doors because we still thought somebody was in the house.
Well, you also know my friend's house where I was spending the night watching, what was the movie? Lost Boys.
And I don't remember calling you, Tammy.
Yeah, and she's like, your sister's on the phone. She's freaking out. Something's going on at your house. So I was like literally driving like, I don't know, like 70 miles an hour down the gravel roads trying to get home because I was like, what the heck? What's going on? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't remember calling you, Tammy, only because I figure you're not going to be much help. I mean, Polly. So my brother gets there. He grabs the shotgun and he proceeds. And we tell him the whole story, how we heard somebody upstairs. He clears the whole downstairs with the shotgun, checks everything. He goes to the upstairs door, which is typically closed or open. For some reason, that door was closed. So again, we thought somebody was upstairs.
That door was always open.
Yeah. So then he's trying to pull the door open. And it seemed like every time he pulled, it was getting pulled back. Like seriously, somebody was holding the door. So we were freaking out. He was scared. I could tell my brother was he's only a year older than us and he's being the man of the house, you know. I could tell he was kind of scared or nervous. Then the very next time he pulls, it opens no problem. So we go up the stairs. We had that landing.
I gotten home, I think, and then I was like, "What? We're checking all the bedrooms and the stuff, right?" Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we went up to the landing first before we went up that second set of stairs, and we were listening because we wanted to see if we could hear anybody.
Stop moving.
What?
I said Zarell's making me dizzy.
Oh, is he spinning in his chair?
Show off his Star Wars collection.
Oh, and so we go upstairs. My brother clears all the rooms. There's nobody upstairs. He has to go up into the attic. No one's upstairs. So we basically were like, okay, I guess if there was somebody here, they're gone. I mean, there's nothing new. Well, we didn't tell my mom anything going on because back then we didn't call long distance, number one, because she was in California. And so we weren't going to call her. And I think she was flying back that day.
Yeah, I think she was. It was like it all happened like bam, bam, bam. Yeah.
So I had to work that day. I went to work. I always worked night shifts, so I wasn't home. My mom got home with my other two little sisters, and they were little at that time. I mean, there's 10 years difference from us. So they were little. They were downstairs sleeping in my mom and dad's bedroom. My mom gets awoken. My mom gets awoken because the waterbed all of a sudden starts swooshing up and down, like rocking and angry. And
you think like something was on, like jumping on it or what?
I feel like maybe something was pushing down on it from like, because I don't know if you remember, the end of the bed is where they had that window to the, like if you were at the end of the bed, there was a window right there with the blinds. Because she also said then the blinds started whipping and hitting against them.
Like doing dives off of the, like doing flips off the dresser onto the water.
Yes. So I'm thinking, I don't know what was happening, but it was pushing down the waterbed. I think at that point, mom called you and got you home.
I had just gotten off work at McDonald's.
Okay.
And came home and I come home, I walk in the house and mom's on the phone with dad in California, like hysterically freaking out. And then dad's like, put Polly on the phone. And I'm like, what? And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I just got home. And she's like, we need to leave. And she's like, we got to go to grandma's house. And so, yeah. So then you came home at that point, I think.
Yeah, I must have got off work too. And so then we all booked it to mom and to grandma's.
You were scared. You didn't want to stay in the house either. And of course, I'm totally clueless because no one tells me that the fucking house is haunted now. So yeah, you didn't bother to tell me. So anyway, yeah, so we go up to grandma's house, and then that's when I told her, like, oh, by the way, I played with the Ouija board last week. And I'm like, Ed was talking to me. His name was Ed.
And you forget the part that you were running around with a devil worshiper.
That's a different story.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know he was a devil worshiper at the time. I did not know that.
He had a devil head in his class ring that you were wearing.
How was I supposed to know what that meant? I was young and naive. Okay. No, I think they were
Yeah.
going to sacrifice me because I was a virgin. They were going to sacrifice me. I think that was their fucking plan.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I know, right?
Anyway, so yeah, so we go to grandma's, and then grandma started praying, saying, "Hey, we need to pray with the rosary," because she was a devout Catholic. So we did the rosary that night, and then she said to try to get to uh, that to tell my mom like every day we had to go do the rosary. So mom goes down to our house now the next day in the morning and gets our rosaries from our baptism out, and every single one of them, the crucifix was broken off the rosary
Yeah.
on every single one of them.
I remember that because that totally freaked her out. Like, what? How did this happen?
Yeah, because they were put away in a drawer. It's not like it was something where we had up in our room and we were messing with them.
Right. And they were all blessed by the priest, too. The priest.
Yes. Oh no, I don't know if those. Well, they should have been if they were baptism ones, right?
Yeah.
So that freaked my mom out. My mom went back up to my grandma's. I don't know how. My grandma had some pull with the Catholic Church.
Then they fucking kidnapped me and made me go see the priest.
Well, I wonder why. I wonder why.
And I had this big lecture about how the Ouija boards are doors to the devil, and then so then grandma convinced the priest to come out to the farmhouse and bless the farmhouse, remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
the house, or whatever you call it, the blessing of the house, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and he went up. He refused to go up in the attic. I don't know if you
the priest was terrified of the attic. He would not go up there. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then when we were around, we were all holding hands, and he was saying stuff in Latin around the table downstairs where we were all like doing the little thing. I don't know if you remember hearing something crashed into that chair I had in my room, and it knocked it over.
I remember that.
It freaked us all out. The priest, you
could tell. He's like, I gotta go. I have service. I gotta go.
Well, he was an old man. I mean, he was probably like, how did I get drug into this?
I know, right? He's like, I don't do fucking exorcisms.
Yeah. So that was interesting. And then that was pretty much at that point we were like, oh, the house is fine. It got blessed. We're cool. But a few years later, well, then we moved to California. So we were out of the house for a while.
Well, our brother didn't move to California. He lived there.
Oh, I know. I lived there for a year too, but
because you couldn't handle California, so you pussied out and moved back to South Dakota.
No, it's called being told I couldn't graduate because I didn't have PE credits. But so then my husband went with a few years later, and Zarel. These aliases things are stupid.
You're such a dork.
Zarel, if you want to tell your experience in the house.
Well, hey y'all.
Yeah, you like the cigarette smoking man? I can barely fucking see.
I'll turn the light on. No.
Yeah.
I've been with the family about maybe 36 years now, totally. And I've heard about this house forever. And how my experience comes into it, ever since I was a little kid, I would always have these visions and things that would come out, and I would see ahead of time. And I've seen some stuff, and they wanted me to come out to South Dakota to actually see this house. And I was very interested in it because I wanted to see if I could feel anything. So we go with the grandma, which I've always considered her my grandma, because actually she and my grandma were friends. We baptized our daughter, and they were both there, and I love this woman dearly. So me and Ann go out there with her, and if you've ever experienced the middle of South Dakota during the storm with snow, which I have never have really, where it's white up above and white down below, you cannot see anything. So I decided we were going to go out there and visit this house. So we go out there, and it is minus 15, 20 degrees. And I decided I'm going to record this. So I take the grandmother with
Remember,
me.
you left out something. Remember, all the windows were boarded up because at that point we had moved, and so all the
Yeah,
windows.
the house was abandoned,
Yeah,
which is eerie as hell because if
it still had
all of your
furniture. Like we like fucking just left. Like there was still furniture in the house,
Yeah.
all kinds of shit. Yeah.
So if any of your listeners ever want to hear like a spooky, really like thing, this is it because this house is in the middle of nowhere, y'all. I mean, we're talking nowhere. I mean, you could scream, you could shoot a cannon, no one would ever hear. So I take the grandmother, which I loved dearly at the time, and I take her hand in hand, and we're actually walking maybe 3 to 4 feet of snow, and she wants to go with me. So at the time, for our kids, we wanted to have a video camera. So I brought the video camera with me, and I was very persistent on making sure that the camera was on. So I see the red light beeping, it's recording. And so we walk past and we go to the house. The grandmother says she did not want to enter. I didn't want to leave her, but your sister at the time was farther away from the house and she wanted to wait outside. So I go in to record. I go into the house and I'm looking all around because I'm interested as hell in this and I want to feel a presence because if I think I can feel
We were
something.
with you. We followed you into the house.
So
Remember?
we go in there and my breath is just, I mean, it's because it's hot. It's steaming. And I'm looking all throughout the house and I'm like not feeling anything, not looking anything. And I'm making sure that this is recording. So I'm going around the house. I go down. I want to go to the basement. I want to go to the attic. I want to look at everything. The house is creepy as hell. It has been abandoned forever. We're talking
At
like,
that point, it was what, like 4 years, maybe 4 years.
No, it was longer than that because our son was already born. So
Oh.
yeah,
it
he was a
was
baby. He was a
probably
baby.
8 years, probably
Okay.
8 or 9 years.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I go up above, I go down all the rooms, and it's creepy as hell. All the floors are creaking, everything there in the house is just in disarray. So I'm like looking around, and the frost is just, I mean, it's coming out. You can see the steam coming out on the video camera, and it's still recording. So I go up and I wanted to feel something. I mean, I know that this is probably more than I asked for at the time because I've seen some things and I feel things. And I didn't feel nothing at the time. I felt maybe something was there. So I come out because I'm worried about grandma. And I make my way back down and I want to be able to see what had happened. Everything that I recorded in that whole room was gone on the videotape. There was nothing there. I was kind of disappointed. I thought that's kind of weird because I was making sure that all of this was actually being videotaped.
Right.
So I grabbed grandma back and try to walk her back. Now, I told this the kind of the story about how all that happened. But when I went to video, I looked on the videotape itself while I was on the plane coming home and didn't see much. I actually had sent it to Polly, and Polly says that there's a figure walking between her and the brother's room that was not there before.
No, I was watching it on the little small screen on the camera. Remember, you had that little small screen on the video camera? And it's like everyone's asleep on the plane. Remember?
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, I go, ah! I woke up the whole entire plane. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I showed it to you. I'm like, look, there's a figure right there. There's a shadow figure.
But it's weird because even the brother, I mean, at some point he got a hold of the video and said there was like all kinds of shotgun shells, like they were all over the ground. Mm-hmm. And remember, this is like possibly Indian land, Native American land. So there was a lot of these people that ventured off the road to come in, and your father would actually help these people. But there was a lot of things that happened in that house that are just unexplainable. And this is the thing. And I think we actually had a chair from that place, and there was things that happened later.
That's another story, Ruben.
Story. Yeah, the chair you guys took, the kids' chair.
The same one that was knocked over when the priest blessed the house, we
Yep.
took that back to California, and
And
yeah,
there was other
then
things that happened because of that
there's a
chair.
lot of shit that happened because of that.
Part two. Part two.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and we really think it is because of that chair, because we left it and we haven't had anything here since.
Yeah, remember how many things I saw in your guys' fucking house when I'd spend the night over there? Fuck.
Well, talking to our kids now as grown adults, they were like, "Mom, how come you never asked us why we were always sleeping in your room on the floor?" And I was like, I guess we never really thought about it. And it was because they were always hearing and seeing things in our house in California.
Yeah.
So
going back to South Dakota.
yes, South Dakota.
South Dakota. So tell the story how Ed, the demon ghost, how he is connected to our grandfather.
Okay, we think it's Ed because you said that's what the Ouija board spelled out. Okay.
And
But
the Ouija board, going back to the devil worshiper boyfriend, the Ouija board gave me his phone number, remember?
well, I don't know. I didn't play with the Ouija board, so I don't know what all it told you, but you told us that it was Ed.
It told me I'm a hot, sexy bitch also. Just
Oh, real? Oh, please. Maybe
What?
when you were maybe when you were 16. Anyways, so come to find out the history of the house. When my great grandfather was farming, his daughter, I'm not going to say her name, she ended up never getting married or anything, but she went on a date with the hired hand, and his
I
name
didn't know
was,
that.
yeah, and he was in love with her. His name was Ed. And I guess Ed was not a very good he wasn't a gentleman with her. And so he ended up getting fired from my great grandfather, and he threatened to kill.
The hired hand, right?
Yeah, he was the hired hand, and he threatened to kill the whole family.
Right.
When he got fired. And what is weird is when I was doing research for Ancestry.com, I found a newspaper clipping where they interviewed an old employee of our great grandfather, and his name was Ed. And he did not have nice things to say in the article. So, yeah, so kind of full circle. And I forgot to add this daughter of my great grandfather, her room was Polly's room, and the hired hand slept in our brother's room. And that would make sense why there was walking back and forth between the two rooms.
And did you say how he tried to kill Grandpa, right?
Yeah, he did try to kill Grandpa. That's right. My dad tells the story how he tried to kill our great grandfather, but
yeah,
I can't remember the details of it. Maybe you do. Maybe you remember it, but I don't really remember the details.
He tried to strangle him in his crib, and then the hired what are they called? Midwife went in there and caught him. Yeah.
Oh, so he tried to not kill our great grandfather. He tried to kill our infant grandfather.
Our grandpa, baby grandpa.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So now the family joke now is when somebody has some weird shit happen at their house, it's like, oh, Polly packed up Ed and sent it to their house.
Well, this is why we really don't talk about this story that often.
No, we don't.
Because it seems like when we mention it, and which probably tonight we'll probably have some weird shit happen now. Thanks,
Not it.
Polly.
Not it.
Yeah, we'll probably have some weird shit happen because we are discussing this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And we had talks about this a week ago, and I've had diarrhea for a week.
No, we'll send Ed to the libtard. Ed can go visit the libtard for a while. How about that?
You can go visit Maduro.
No, our libtard. That's my family.
Oh.
Can you guys see the chat?
No.
First of all, Polly, you might be causing family drama if they watch this. So
you really think the libtards? Oh shit, she might.
Yeah.
She doesn't know who I'm talking about. I didn't say her name.
There's only two others in the that you could deductive reason who you're talking about.
No,
So
your retard son is one of them.
Fuck, he's watching this too live. Thanks.
Anyway. Anyway, so how did it end? So the priest came and blessed the house, but
and we moved away. I don't think there is any end. I mean, the thing is, Mr. Ed could pop up at any time. I mean, and start.
Yeah, because now he's kind of our family demon, right? That he likes to visit random.
I think he's attached to you.
He is not.
He is. He is. There's something attached to you, and it's always going to be around. And this is the reason why you have these thoughts and these things, because sometimes these things are attached to people, and they're going to keep coming.
But how come nothing ever happens to me then?
Well, you might not just be looking for it, though.
The experience I had in the house is when, like, a couple days after the Ann's experience, I came home from work and I pulled into the driveway. I remember the kitchen window faced the driveway, and then Dad's chair was right there that he could look out the window. The only experience I ever had with this whole entity was the day I drove up and I came home from work. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and I look up over to the window and I see a figure sitting there, and I didn't even dawn on me that Dad was in California. So my brain wasn't even really thinking. And then the next day I'm like, wait a minute, who the fuck was that? So that was the only thing I had. And then like years later down the road, like 3 years ago, our brother admitted to me like, oh, I played with the Ouija board at the same fucking time you did, around the same time you did. And you guys blame me for this all this whole time. It could have been our brother.
Nah, I still blame you.
Yeah, I'm a freaking middle child. That's why I get all blamed for everything.
Plus, I'm sure there was negative energy in the house because of uncertainty about moving to. I mean, that's a big life change from moving to South Dakota to California. So I'm sure there was a lot of negative energy in the house already.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
It's a wonderful house to raise your children. It was a beautiful house, but damn, in the middle of nowhere, it could seem creepy to some people.
Well, it's not there anymore because the new owners don't even have it. They built a brand new house. They got rid of it.
Well, what did they do? Because there's two different conflicting stories. One says, Dad says that they dug a pit and just buried it. So it's actually still on the property. And then Mom says that they moved it somewhere. So which one is it?
I don't know. I don't know what happened to the house. I know our grandma's farmhouse because she lived right up. They moved that. They actually moved the whole house.
He's not popping up in my room, Rebby. He's going to be popping up in my sister's room tonight.
It doesn't matter if they move the house. The thing is going to be attached to that area in general. So it doesn't matter if they moved or not. Something will be there.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean if they moved the house?
Yeah, even if they move the house, the spirit may be attached to that area.
True. Yeah, then how does he visit all of us then?
Well, because you're attached to it, or we are. I mean, in some ways, because they have some physical attachment to us at some point, whether it's an interaction or not.
Yeah, it's the family demon or the family entity, whatever you want to call it. I think I don't know. I just brought him out of his wasteland when I played with the Ouija board. Probably. I don't know. What do you think?
It's definitely hard to say. I mean,
I think with all the negative energy that was going on in the home and the fact that you also opened the portal, I think that brought him in. He was attracted to it.
Yeah, I'm sure. And it didn't help that, when the priest was at the house, I was literally crossing my fingers going, yeah, right. Yeah. So I was a teenager. I was rebellious.
It's because you didn't experience the fear.
Right. I didn't have it. Yeah, exactly. I didn't experience what you experienced. And
it was terrifying. It was very terrifying. And then Ruben wonders why I don't like to watch scary movies.
My mother didn't experience anything either. Right?
Well, it was your two rooms.
Right.
I don't know.
Either that or he's not just really accepting the fact or
he's a
knowing
skeptic.
that. I mean, he's not aware of it. He's just more like he's going on in his regular process where I guess you need to open up to be able to realize and be able to visualize this, and it will come to you. But I mean,
Well, I
he's
just think like I told Shane in his video, I think that my veil is just thinner, and that's why I have like a lot more experiences than like the average person, right? I think that I just like my veil is thinner than like the average.
Well, yeah, especially when we start talking about other stories we have. I mean, people are going to be like, well, how could just one family have so many experiences? It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just we do.
Thank you.
It's just one of those things. It's just things happen,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And I think
like, yeah, we've had some fucking stories.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. I mean, even like my family's from San Antonio, one of the first, like allegedly the first colonies that ever occupied. We've always seen things and we've always heard things about our family, and I guess they're just open to it. You know, I mean, I guess they're just aware of it, maybe. But
Yeah.
that house is I think I have some pictures of it, and I think I'm going to make it my life's goal this week to see if I still have that video, if it even shows up again.
No, that's like that was like old VHS though.
I actually have it though.
You do?
I still have all that.
Remember what I saw? Remember on the plane, I also saw something in that bathroom, the upstairs bathroom.
Yes,
Yes.
It walks from one room to the next.
You know what it
Which I
reminded me
didn't
of okay. You know what it reminded me of is when we watched the movie Insidious, and that little demon thing pops up by the table, which scared the hell out of me. That face is like similar to what we saw in that bathroom.
Yes. And that's what freaked me out on the airplane. It wasn't actually the entity that was walking back and forth between the two rooms. It was that fucking demon little thing. That little demon thing. I was like, ah! Like, it fucking freaked me out. Like totally.
That doesn't scare me. I kind of wanted to be able to, when I went in that house, I really wanted to see something. And I mean, I just constantly had said, if you're here, show your presence. I come in peace.
I was kind of provoking it too, right? Because I never saw anything, you know. So I was just like, show yourself. Yeah, remember I was kind of being a bitch. I was like provoking it. And up in the attic, remember how cold it got in that one spot? Like it
was. I think it was minus 15 or 20 because at the time I smoked cigarettes, and I remember getting out of the airplane and saying, "This is not that cold," and I couldn't feel my ears. And I had never
Welcome to South Dakota.
I had never even driven on that type of stuff.
On our asses more than anybody ever.
Oh yeah, no.
You don't wear Doc Martens in icy weather, okay?
That whole zone that you guys lived in was a different world, coming from somewhere you've never seen before.
Under the car because
it's a harsh world. And it's a beautiful world, but it's something that most people never get to experience.
South Dakota in the summertime.
Yeah.
But was that Steve's wedding? Maybe that's why we were back there for the wintertime.
Yeah, I think we were.
It was. Yeah. That's crazy though. Yeah. So now I got you all paranoid that Ed's gonna be visiting you tonight.
Nope.
No, he's gonna go your way.
No,
I'm a prepper. You come on here, Ed, motherfucker.
Ed's not welcome.
Yeah. We'll send him to the lip tart. All right. Well, thank you guys. We're gonna have a part 2 about your house in Southern California because I saw some shit in that house. And your parrot. Remember you had that parrot?
Yeah.
And remember that one night it was saying all kinds of weird shit?
Yeah, she's spoken like a devil's tongue.
Mm-hmm. It was weird. All right. Well, thank you guys. Go eat. Have fun.
Bye.
Thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you on Clyde's stream later.